Hello everyone, welcome back again to Liverpool Report today. We've got the latest updates on our beloved club Liverpool, but before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Liverpool Report news. Let's get started. Trent Alexander-Arnold has dropped a cryptic hint on his future at Liverpool in the aftermath of his side's win at Leicester. The right-back came off the bench to smash home the winner with 14 minutes to go. The victory has put the Reds on the verge of being crowned Premier League champions, with just 3 more points needed to confirm that status. Much of the talk around Anfield this season has been on the future of 3 of their star players, though. Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah have both put pen to paper on new contracts in recent weeks, though Alexander-Arnold's future remains up in the air. The Englishman's current deal will expire in the summer, with Real Madrid pushing hard to sign him. Van Dijk's extension was announced in the build-up to the clash with Leicester. The Dutchman has penned a new 2-year deal with the champions-elect. To celebrate, he posted a photo of himself at Anfield on his Instagram account, along with the comment, "Special moments." Curiously, Alexander-Arnold appeared to copy his captain on Sunday. Following the win at the King Power Stadium, Liverpool's hero posted a series of photos from the game. Along with those pictures, he used the caption, "Special moments." In the comments of Alexander-Arnold's post, Liverpool supporters begged him to stay. One wrote, "You're a local lad. This is the right way, Trent. Please stay with us." Another added, "Think of the story, whole season debating your contract." The other 2 sign, "You're left. Everyone's saying you're defo gone. We win the league and you announce you're staying. Massive hero move. Just do it, pal." Alexander-Arnold has consistently refused to give any public clues on his future. It was a line he maintained on Sunday after the win in the East Midlands, instead focusing on the romp to the title. Like I've said all season, I'm not going to speak on my situation, I'm not going to go into details. But these days like today are always special. Scoring goals, playing, winning games, being close to winning titles, as well as being in title races, he told Sky Sports. They are special moments that will live with me forever, and I'm glad to be a part of them. Being so close to winning the title now, and my first game back from injury as well, it was an important game for me. I was excited to be back. I've put in a lot of hard work over the last few weeks to get back fit. I'm eager to play, and I was happy to contribute with the goal. It was a big one. I'm pretty sure that's the first left foot goal in my career. It has taken a few years, but I got there in the end. That's probably the one type of goal I've been missing, but I saved it for the right time, being so close to winning the league now. 1 win away now, it's very close. And to do it especially with fans here as well is a very, very special moment. He hung his shirt on the corner flag in front of the Liverpool fans. The question still remains if Trent Alexander-Arnold will be wearing it next season. It was not a kiss of the badge, but there was some serious emotion in the celebration of his 76th minute. The right-back, just 5 minutes after emerging from the bench on his return from injury, lashed the ball home with his left boot. After a scramble in the area, saw the Reds hit the woodwork twice. This was his first appearance since reports emerged that he would be heading to Real Madrid this summer. There still has been no confirmation from the player that is definitely the case. Was there a message in the celebration? Who knows, but it certainly was a release of something from the right-back. He raced towards the away fans in the corner of the King Power Stadium, whipped off his shirt and did a knee slide before letting out a roar. Maybe it was just the elation of moving the Reds 3 points closer to the Premier League title, his second for the club, but we wait to see if it is his last. Van Dijk pushed him towards the away end at full time to take the acclaim, but can he be convinced to stay? What isn't in doubt is Liverpool being Premier League champions. The champagne remains on ice for now, but they are 1 step closer to being champions, as Leicester's fate was sealed. The Foxes will return to the Championship. Both have felt inevitable for weeks now. Liverpool just have to wait a little longer. Arsenal's win over Ipswich earlier in the day meant this wouldn't be a title-winning party for the Reds. But if the Gunners lose against Crystal Palace on Wednesday, then Arneslott's men will be crowned champions while they watch on TV. Failing that, should they beat Tottenham next weekend, then it will be title number 20 heading to Anfield. Alexander-Arnold's goal, after Mo Salah had hit the post for the 2nd time in the game and Diogo Jota cracked the woodwork, means they're so close. That moment brought drama to a game that was lacking it. Maybe it was the Gunners' result, or the fact the mood around the King Power Stadium was a little flat, considering they know what's coming, but it wasn't much of a spectacle in the first half. It is 9 years since the Foxes won the Premier League title. They rightly remind everyone with some nice video montages before kick-off. But this is now their second relegation in 3 years, and there's growing anger at the club owners. There was even a banner flown from a plane above the stadium calling for the board to be sacked. It is likely to only be Ruud van Nistelrooy who loses his job this summer. He has struggled to get a tune out of the Foxes since he took charge in November. There was a banner in the away end for Virgil van Dijk, who signed his new contract last week, but it was his fellow renewer in Salah who almost opened the scoring early on. Salah hit both posts. It would be the first of a number of chances for the Egyptian. Leicester also hit the woodwork early on. Wilfred Ndidi's shot cracked the upright after good work from Steffi Mavididi. Salah was smiling when he turned Kostas Tsimikas' cross over from close range. Then Leicester scored, but it was ruled out for a foul on Reds keeper Alisson by Patson Daka before Connor Cody had put it in. The closest they've come here to seeing a home goal in the Premier League since December. Alexander-Arnold then came on and got the winner with his first ever goal with his left foot. The away fans were already singing about the Scouser in their team before he scored and again after. Among all the chants about winning the league, of course. Trent Alexander-Arnold marked his return to action for Liverpool with a belting goal to put them on the brink of winning the Premier League title. The Reds' right-back, who's expected to join Real Madrid on a free transfer this summer, rifled home in the second half after Arneslot turned to him for inspiration. Alexander-Arnold wasted no time to light up a drab affair, one which confirmed Leicester's relegation. Ruud van Nistelrooy's side needed to win, but suffered their 9th successive defeat at home without scoring. Liverpool supporters hoped to go into the game knowing that victory would confirm their 20th league title, but Arsenal had other ideas. The Gunners cruised to a 4-0 win away to 10-man Ipswich earlier the day, meaning that the champagne will have to stay in the fridge on Merseyside for at least a few more days. Here are 5 talking points from the King Power Stadium. Having only had the Premier League to focus on for the last month, Liverpool's performances, particularly in the first half of games, have been markedly less impressive. Slot has been quick to remind journalists and pundits that going into Sunday's game, the Reds had won 5 of their last 6 league matches, and rightly so. But supporters have been critical of their displays in recent weeks, and despite 14 attempts on goal in the first half, they weren't happy here. Sleepwalking again, one fan posted on X. Pedestrian, another bemoaned. The best chance of the half fell to Mo Salah inside the first 2 minutes, but he hit both posts after looking certain to score. Leicester looked a threat going forwards, seemingly buoyed by last weekend's 2-2 comeback at Brighton, and were searching for their first league goal at home since December. Wilfred Ndidi hit the post with a long-range effort in the 10th minute, although Van Nistelrooy's side could only muster one more shot before half-time. It was goalless and lifeless at the break. Before the season started, Liverpool's midfield was the main area of concern. How would they cope without a recognised number 6? Should they have signed an alternative to £51 million transfer target Martin Zubimendi? Well, Alexis McAllister and his partner Ryan Gravenberch have allayed those fears. In a half sorely lacking quality in 2 end thirds, it was McAllister who dominated the midfield. The Argentina international had created the most chances 3, won the most duels 5 and made the most tackles 3 of any player on the pitch by half-time. The question is, does Liverpool's midfield still need adding to? Where's Cody Gakpo put his shooting boots? Over the winter, the Dutch forward was banging in the goals, but now hasn't scored for Liverpool since February 6th. His solitary strike since then came for the Netherlands against Spain in the Nations League quarter-finals last month. You have to go even further back to find Gakpo's last Premier League goal, as he struck twice against Ipswich on January 25th. The former PSV Eindhoven star only lasted an hour at the King Power, with Slot making the changes minutes after Ricardo Pereira blocked Gakpo's goal-bound shot. Diogo Jota came on in his place, having scored 9 goals against Leicester in his previous 14 games. For the first time since a surge of reports claimed that Alexander-Arnold has agreed to join Real Madrid, the defender stepped out onto the pitch for his boyhood club for his 350th appearance. In what could prove to be one of his final games for Liverpool, Alexander-Arnold returned from an injury which kept him out of the Reds' previous 4 games, including the Carabao Cup final. His introduction alongside Harveyelliott came shortly after Leicester had a goal ruled out. Connor Cody prodded home after Alisson Becker failed to deal with an aerial ball, but it was disallowed due to a foul on the Liverpool goalkeeper by Patson Daka. Alexander-Arnold didn't take long to make an impact, having won a corner when his cross was blocked by Luke Thomas. After a goalmouth scramble, the ball fell to Liverpool's number 66, and he belted a left-footed strike on the bounce through a crowd of red and blue shirts and through Mads Hermansen. Taking his shirt off and celebrating passionately in front of the away end, you could see what it meant to Alexander-Arnold, who was booked after celebrating the first left-footed goal of his career. Leicester appealed vehemently for a foul, but the goal stood. They needed a miracle, and it never came. Leicester will play in the Championship next season, after becoming the second team after Southampton to have their relegated. Van Nistelrooy has already admitted that the Foxes are planning for the future, but this game will have given him some encouragement for a potential promotion push in 2026. There's now only one relegation spot remaining, which Ipswich will almost certainly fill in the coming weeks.